Hey now, I'm Whit. Welcome to the channel. Inside is a collaboration between UNDONE from Tokyo and Atlassian Williams Racing. Now, I accepted this watch sight unseen, but they told me that it was going to be using the Miyota 9122 premium automatic movement, and I just thought, man, that's kind of a quirky movement. You don't see that much. I'll say yes and see what this watch is all about. Now, of course, since then, I've seen pictures of the watch inside, but you and I are going to experience it right now for the first time. Now, I do know that this does come in a branded box, unlike this generic one. I think this was because it was sent so early to me. So I'll throw up a picture of what the packaging looks like now. So just be aware of that this is just kind of a generic to get the watch out to me in time to show to you. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Wow. I knew it was going to be a little crazy, but that is super slick. Let's check it out. Oh, you got a sticker peel right off the bat on the video. Very start. Nice. Wow. All right, so let's get this thing some juice and see what's going on. That is a non-screw down crown. As you can see, I am winding immediately, so there we go. And looks like that blue in the center, which I believe to be similar to the Atlassian logo. That is your running seconds hand. Very cool. Look how busy this thing is. But everything's got a place. Let me just tell you what I know about the watch, and we'll walk around and look a little more. Oh, that side profile looks awesome with this collaboration between UNDONE and Atlassian Williams Racing. So first off, this is the mechanical version. They do have a Mecha Quartz version of this watch. It looks entirely different. There are two watches in the lineup. This is the FW47 Mechanical Watch, a triple date piece with the Miyota 9122 automatic movement, like I mentioned. So it is inspired by that FW47 car. The dial is familiar of the car's rear wheel structure, and you can see those subdials there kind of look like wheels with those red centers as well. And I think I misspoke about that central seconds hand. That's more like similar to the driver ID graphic that's found on the actual car. The A there at the hour hand looks to be the Atlassian logo. And you can see the W that is taking up the center part of that same hand. Wow, there's a lot of cross reference going on here with that handset, huh? And that handset is supposed to be inspired by the car's front suspension system. And more tie-ins to the car. It's got a custom rotor on the back that is similar to the car's front wing. Once it stops here, you'll see that. Isn't that cool? Yeah, that's nice. That pusher there, you can see it's got kind of a piston look to it. It sticks out nice and far from the case too, which is very attention grabbing. And another car tie-in is the strap. So it's got kind of this tire tread look, you know, kind of that worn look. I'm trying to show you the grooves. Not like a traditional car tire, but more like a racing car tire. The slicks, you know, it's got a little bit of that vertical groove there. Leather as well. It has that kind of suede feel on the top, and then of course the backing has more traditional smooth leather. Quick release spring bars, and you've got hardware that is signed and matches the case. Speaking of which, that's 316L stainless steel done in a PVD black, and it's almost a sandblast finish. It's not super shiny, it's more of a matte black. You are getting some reflections from the light here with this concentric circle there. You see there are two of them, so it kind of alternates between, there you go, a little bit of the sandblast look and then a finishing look. So it does add a little bit of depth and character and a little bit of bling, but it's not a shiny watch at all, other than when you see the crystal there. And then there's some vertical brushing on that midsection. We can see it lines up with the side of the lugs too, and then the top of the lugs have vertical brushing. There's a sapphire crystal on the front side and mineral glass on the back. And that is a single dome sapphire crystal. It kind of has that acrylic appearance on the edge there. You know, you got those rounded corners. Very cool looking glass. Has some anti-reflective treatment, and it has AF treatment as well. Anti-fingerprint smudging. Maybe I can kind of do a little test here on this video. That might actually work. Like I mentioned, that is a traditional crown push-pull. It's signed with their logo. The case back, it's hard to tell. It almost looks like it's a snap-on, snap-off case back, but I don't see any grooves to lift it up, so it might be friction ball screw in. Either way, though, that's 100 meters of water resistance. Still to come, I'll get you the measurements, I'll try it on, and we'll do a loom shot as well. But first, let's talk about this movement. So this is the Miyota 9122 premium automatic movement. It's got 26 joules, beats at 28,800 vibrations per hour, or 4 hertz. Has about a 40-hour power reserve. It's automatic and hand winding, as you saw. It does feature hacking or stop seconds device. Has a stated accuracy of about -10 to +30 seconds per day. And a quick glimpse of it on the time grapher, but note this is before its run-in period and just one position dial up, and after only one pass through on the time grapher. Now this is a 5-hand movement, your hour, minute, seconds hand, and then there's usually a hand here for your day of the week and your month. But what they've done is they've turned these into discs instead and have a fixed marker position to indicate those features. So as is the case with a traditional day date, you rotate counterclockwise and you'll see the day of the week here change. And if you rotate clockwise, you'll see the date window here at the 6 o'clock spot. That will change the date there. Then the pusher up here is used to select the month. And while we're in nice and tight on this dial, let's check it out a little more. This is a multi-layer dial. That gives you a better shot of it there if you ignore the glares. But see that outer ring with the 10, 15, 20, 25, etc., the minutes? That is the top layer. And then just beneath that is the indices and the minute track. And then it has another layer. You can see just underneath there's carbon fiber. So another racing detail there. You can see the skeleton date wheel and then carbon fiber around. So that date wheel actually goes underneath that carbon fiber as it comes around to the reading spot here at the 6. Ah, it's pretty slick. Let's measure up now. Case diameter is 40 millimeters, spot on. Lug-to-lug length of 47.5. Lug width of 20 millimeters for your straps. They listed as 12.5 millimeters in thickness, but that must not be including the crystal because I'm showing 13.8 when you include that. And that does sit up a little tall from the case, obviously. And the FW47 weighs 78 grams on the supplied leather strap. All right, let me try it on, but first today I am wearing the Towson Watch Company Cadet. This is the Recruit versus Cadet series, the CR250. Just an absolutely beautiful field watch. Finally stuck it on a yellow strap for the first time, surprisingly. I don't know why I didn't try it before, but really brings out all the yellow on the dial, huh? There it is. Wow. This wears a little smaller, I think. I've got an 8-inch wrist, and this is 40 millimeters to remind you. But the watch I was just wearing is also 40 millimeters, and this appears a little smaller to me. So I don't know if it's part of the do with the strap or maybe just the black PVD kind of gives it that slimming effect. Who knows? But yeah, that looks like it's just a little smaller than the previous watch. But second to last hole with this leather strap, and it's very stiff. I think it would stretch out a little after some wear. I mean, I'm wearing it. This is probably where I would keep it at. I don't know. It's semi-loose, but yeah, I think I could probably get another hole out of it after it breaks in. Maybe. It's a little tight right now here. So if you've got a larger wrist, just know there's only one more hole left. Smaller wrist, you've got plenty more room for sizing. And just to show you those two 40 millimeters side by each, there's the proof in the pudding. They are pretty much identical. So I was right. The black is just that slimming effect. It works for everything. And here's your loom shot. It looks like the legibility might actually be a little better in the nighttime. You can see here the hour and minute hands pretty easily without all the other clutter on the dial in the daytime. So yeah, this might be even easier to tell that it's, you know, 5:33. BGW9 Luminescence. It has more of a blue hue here on camera, but in person it is a bit more of that greenish blue. And it looks like the indices are fading fairly quickly, but the handset seems to be a little bit stronger. So that's pretty cool that they loomed the day of the week and the month as well. I mean, the full-on the triangles, you know, the markers, and the wheels. So you could spot those at night. But coincidentally enough, the date wheel at 6 o'clock is not. So kind of weird that they would choose to do one over the other, but maybe it's just an aesthetics thing rather than a actual logistics thing. UNDONE Japan and Atlassian Williams Racing collaboration. This is the FW47 Mechanical Watch, and this runs about $780 US. There's a pre-order going on that cuts off on August 31st, and they expect to start shipping at the end of August, and they're shipped in sequence from the order date. This is a made-to-order item. Man, I've been wanting to check out an UNDONE watch for a while. I'm really attracted to a lot of their divers, so cool to see a fun timepiece that's a little different from them. Definitely if you're an F1 fan or an Atlassian Williams Racing fan, you know you got to have this, right? My first impressions are that the build is quite nice, and it's great to see an original, unique design like this, especially taking that 5-hand movement and turning those into wheels instead of traditional handset. I think that's really neat. What do you think about this one from UNDONE, the FW47 Mechanical Watch? Leave your comments down below, and if you got time, maybe check out a couple of these videos over here. I'm Whit with so many watches, so little time and money.